Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass-gaining MSCO. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum. And now, join us as we speak with your favorite Filipino celebrities and inspiring people. This is the podcast for global Filipinos around the globe. This is Over a Glass or Two.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
Live from New York and New Jersey, the number one online show in the East Coast. Your host, Jesse and J-Cats.
Good morning pala. Good evening po sa inyong lahat. It's Saturday night here in the East Coast. My God, I think it's been a while since we had an interview on a Saturday night, right? It was last year.
It's usually really Saturday
morning or Saturday morning usually. My God, it's been a while. So, good evening po sa aming dearest USA and sa Pilipinas naman po. It's Sunday at 10 a.m. naman. So, good morning po sa mahal naming Pilipinas. At J-Cats, ikaw naman.
Yes, good morning po sa lahat ng mga Filipinos and non-Filipinos in different time zones, in different dimensions, in different continents, in different galaxies, in this whole wide multiverse.
Verse!
Yes, we're still reeling from last night, and I have the signed shirt to prove it. Yes,
I know, meron siya.
JR, you're still in my heart.
I know, and everywhere.
In my stomach, ayan.
Ayan.
Ayun, sign niya. Sabi niya,
I know,
J-Cats,
last night we had a blast.
you.
Yes, we had a blast last night. Oo, kasi nga, actually the reason why Saturday night kami ngayon, kasi talaga sabi ko, we're not supposed to go out anymore. We're supposed to just like relax the whole Saturday. Mm-hmm. So we can have fun and what do you call this? We can have fun and dig in our
with another
special guest,
musical genius, diba?
Life, yes. Nakos, natin to, very inspiring story, Kaya sabi ko, we have to make sure that he has to sit down with us.
Yes.
Diba? Kaya, guys, let's tune in, okay? So anyways, andito si Atita Maha, my God. Angelo Alvarez.
Angelo Alvarez. Kumusta sa iyong first day of your job?
I know. Oo nga, Kumusta? Grabe, ang daming tawag dito. I'm sure mamaya marami nang manunood kasi nga Saturday night naman dito. Yung iba, for sure nasa galaan kasi Sabado nights dito, di ba?
And of course, mabanggit ko rin na we're so happy to actually meet Cory Miranda in the flesh din.
Oh my God, Cory Miranda, I love you, my sister.
Promoter din nila JR sa kanyang US tour. Kaya, syempre, di ba, medyo social, nandun na tayo sa kaagad.
Sa VIP, VIP kami sa
hotel kaagad ni JR. We hung out for a while before his actual concert.
Oo. Actually, even before that, I was hanging out with them.
Oh, yun ba? The day before.
The day before.
So evidently, grabe, JR is one of the nicest celebrities,
Sobrang bait, grabe. One of a kind. Sobrang walang ere. Sobrang bait. Talagang the whole time we were there, talagang saludo kami sa'yo, JR. Sana, I hope you will not change and I hope when you come back.
You deserve all the success.
Yeah, and I hope when you come back, you make sure na baka naman ihuyo mo ulit kami. Hindi pala ulit. Walang nang ganung naganap because it was really nice. That's actually the first day that I met him, nung Thursday. until yesterday. Ang bait, grabe. Oh my God. So, we're so excited kaya pahinga muna kami kasi talaga, ngayon bumalik yung sakit ko. So anyways, bago ang lahat, I would like to say muna hi before introducing Jcas, ang special guest natin, si Papsi, Maris Panlilio. Hi Paps! We miss you. Okay, Jcas, go. Introduce our special guest for tonight. Go.
Yes, ayan.
Okay.
Our guest is an award-winning Filipino-American musical director, keyboardist, and producer based in Los Angeles, California. Raised in Honolulu, Hawaii, he moved to Los Angeles in 2006 to further pursue his musical career. He attended Hollywood's Musicians Institute, graduating with a focus in musical production and audio engineering. His first major projects include working with Disney artists and reality show singers from American Idol and The Voice. His musical style is often compared to producer David Foster, his mentor, while working for pop singer Zyrus, now Jake Zyrus, yes. He has worked with numerous artists such as Deborah Cox, Ariana Grande, Melanie Fiona, Chessa, Tommy Page, Iggy Azalea, and Nicole Scherzinger. Let's all name drop, diba?
Oh, diba?
Let's get to know him better and find out more about this musical genius. Let's welcome Mr. Troy Laureta!
Hey, what's up, guys?
Kumusta, Troy? My God.
Okay naman po. It's all good here. How are you guys?
We're good. I'm kind of sick, but you know what? Hey, kaya we decided to stay home because we came home 4:35 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
And then we slept the whole day. So tonight we have to, especially me, I have to be energized. Talagang energetic dapat kasi kaharap namin si Troy Laureta. The Troy Laureta.
Oo nga.
My God. How are you? Tika, bago ang lahat, would you like to say hi to everyone who's watching? And for those people who will watch, yes.
Yes, hi to everyone that's watching. I love you guys, wherever you guys are. And hopefully you take a glass of wine with us. So.
I know, right? Oh, by the way, guys, Troy can speak Tagalog. Can you believe that? He can speak Tagalog and Bisaya, right?
Yes.
And you were born and raised in Hawaii, right?
I was born in Honolulu and I moved to LA 15 years ago. So yeah.
And wait, as in you speak, that's why I was surprised because you can speak it fluently. How did that happen? Okay, but I know, but at least you I was shocked.
The intonation,
yeah, you can speak it very
correct.
well. Yeah, how did you learn how to speak it?
You know what? My mom and dad and my lolo, di naman siya masyadong nag-English, so I had to really talk to him in order to communicate with him. And then with my mom and dad, they always watch yung mga TFC teleseries, so I'll be over there with the piano just watching it and, and studying it. So good. And obviously when they get mad at me when they have to discipline me Tagalog, sabi ko ba?
Oh, exactly. Oh my God, the typical Filipino. Oh my God. Oh, by the way, Ate Pilar Mateo is watching.
Hi, Ate
Andito
Pilar.
siya. Oh my God.
Hello.
Ate Pilar Mateo is one of the best publicist in the Philippines.
Yes.
Yan. Magaling na
Hello po.
Oo, Ate Pilar. Andito si Maru, Grace, Arman Villanueva. People are watching here. So, did you get a chance to share this? To share?
I did. I shared it on my
Thank you.
Facebook and everything.
Ayan. So, anyways, before tayo magchikahan, before we start talking and chit-chatting about especially your life, because we've been dying to pick your brains. Sobra. As in, we were like, woo! Grabe, Troy Laureta yan. As in, majority of the artists, the singers na we had an interview, especially the big ones, they know you. As in, they always say, are you kidding me? That's Troy Laureta right there. It's like, and now we can't believe you're in front of us.
If they haven't worked with you yet, they aspire to.
They aspire to. I know, right? Oh my God, that's why we're dying to learn and know more about your life and how you made it, to the top, right? So anyways, again, let's make a toast, right? This is our protocol, as per se. Yeah, tradition in the show, okay? All right.
Okay.
Sa sambayan ng Pilipinas po at sa aming dearest USA. Guys, let's all welcome Mr. Troy Laureta. Welcome to Over a Glass or Two.
Cheers.
Please, cheers.
Eye contact.
Oo nga pala. Eye
Or
contact.
else, ano sabi to? Bad sex daw.
Bad sex daw. Ay,
Yeah.
7 years ba?
No. Ayoko nun. O sige,
Oh
eye
my
contact
God.
talaga. Ganyan.
Nakaka 1 year na nga ako nawala. Tapos tatanggalin mo pa.
Oh my God. So anyways, we have another one. A photo op. Okay, let's take a picture.
Oh, a
Raise
photo
your
op,
glass
okay.
hand. Okay, go. 1, 2, 3. Ayan. My God, I don't know where to start, Troy. Kasi, wow, you're such an inspiration, for a lot of Filipinos. You are, right? Wow. Ang sabi, sana maliwanag para makita ang fez ni Troy. I know, because you had a problem with the ring light, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry, pandemic life. My ring light is.
Troy, kailangan umorder ka na ng Amazon stat.
I know, right?
I need to get on that.
I know. But are you used to like having interviews with random
Virtual
interview with random, I don't know, like shows like us?
Well, as of recent, yeah, because when I did my album last year, all the interviews that I did for Asia and even here has all been virtual. I'm not used to it. It's such a new thing. Like I still have to get hip with the microphone. Like you have your microphones there, so I probably don't sound as clear as you guys. I'm learning. I feel old because I don't know how to do these things like the ring light, meron pang
wow.
microphone, connection. Like Lord.
Yung mga okay. Because you have friends that you have what do you call this? You have a group of people who would do that for you, right? Like whenever you produce, whenever you...
Yeah, and I don't mind learning, but because we haven't had time, everyone has just been, hustling and working. So I couldn't just ask my friend like, hey, do you mind teaching me some, pointers for these interviews?
Oh, don't worry, we'll teach you. Don't worry. Just
You'll
ask
teach
us.
me when I go to New York.
Oh, it's so easy. Yes, definitely. Have you been to New York like a few times or...
Many times, yeah. I love New York. New York is one of my my favorite cities. So I love.
Why did you pick from? Let's say, for example, hold on. My eyelashes is like I don't know
It's
where the heck
fighting with you.
It's fighting with me. Okay,
Girl.
let me take it off.
Ayan.
Let me take it off. Ayan. There you go. Ayan, inilist ko na siya.
Okay,
so
now
anyways,
I want to put it on myself. Charot.
I have a fake eyelashes on the right side and the other side. This is real, right? This is live. That's it.
Live,
So,
yes.
I know. So wait, you moved to California 15 years ago, but why not consider New York?
I wanted to go to New York, but if I'm gonna be honest, I was just scared. Like Los Angeles seemed like the middle ground between like a big ass city and where I'm from, Hawaii. And I love the beach. I know New York has beaches too, but LA just and the weather. Like,
so much beautiful.
I mean, as if we didn't have culture shock enough, weather shock pa. Like, ang lamig.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
So,
Oh my
I mean, I'm sure you guys, you're from the Philippines. I'm sure when you went to New York, you're like, grabe.
Culture shock talaga. Actually, ako, if I will, probably if I could turn back time, I would go, probably I would choose LA. No. Not New York. I mean, I love New York.
Really?
I'm tired of I'm tired of the snow.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the snow. Oh my God. Ayoko na. Ang lamig-lamig.
Well, I'm the opposite. I like the incoming fall season and the fashion, honey, that comes with it.
Fashion that comes with it. Oh, yes.
I mean, fashion is pain, so if it's piercing cold, let it pierce me. Let me stab me with it. Okay?
Exactly. Oh my God. Sabi ni Tita Maurice, that's okay, Troy. You might be naive with podcast technology, but you are a genius with XLR and 1/4-inch cable.
Yes, I am.
Di namin alam yung mga yan, di ba?
That we don't know that. That we don't know that. Oh my God. So wait, Troy, kwento nga. Sige, how did you started? Like, because everyone, like last year or a few years ago, I heard about you, like Troy, Laureta, and then you were like, was that a producer and a pianist? And I'm like,
and then tied with international artists.
International artists. How kwento nga? Like, how did it started? Tell us, like, from
Wow.
It's just Ariana Grande.
There we go. Just Ariana.
Just Ariana. That's it. So how did it started? Your career? You're funny
You
with that
know,
picture, I
the,
swear.
the way, look at me over there. The way my career started, I started off as an artist. I think that's how it started. When I moved to LA to become a singer with my sister, I was in a meron group. It was a duet group. So I went to school to learn how to produce my own music because I was tired of relying on people, So I went to college to learn how to make tracks, how to, engineer. And somewhere along the line, maybe like a year in, I realized that, I was making a lot of, I was making good money doing show. And I did that back in Hawaii. I used to lead the bands. I would musical direct for my church or my school functions. So when I got to college, maybe 2 years into my stay in LA, that's when I started auditioning for to become musical director for people's bands. I love doing that. I love live shows. I love putting it together. So I started doing that. My first big gig was actually Jake Zyrus. David Foster was the one that discovered me for that gig. So after doing the club shows and all that in town, I auditioned for Charisse at the time, and I got the gig. And that's how. And ever since then, when you're connected to someone as talented as a Jake Zyrus and David Foster, like it's a blessing. It kind of just snowballed. Like everybody was just like, oh my God, like I love that show. I love the Cherie show. So people just started calling me and calling me. I didn't have to audition anymore. So I was like, grabe.
Oh my God, you're so lucky. Oh
I
my
am very
God.
lucky. That's a good word. I know that a lot of people don't like that word. I'm very lucky. There's a lot of
And blessed.
talented people and especially talented Filipinos. So I'm very blessed and very lucky and grateful. So
I know, right? So wait, so when you first started, with just Cherise, right? And then after that, how did you got all this gigs from international gigs? Wow, like Ariana Grande and all these big celebrities. Like how did that happen?
well, like with like Ariana and all the other gigs, I just got it through word of mouth. A lot of like for example with Charisse, with Jake, I was working with a lot of different musicians, and we all kept in the band, and we all just kept in touch. And the good thing about the musician community here in LA is that when you're in it, we really do try to take care of each other. Like I have my circle of musicians that I always call for whenever I get these gigs. So I got the call actually for Ariana from a musician friend to play piano, and Ariana ended up choosing me for her musical director. And then for David naman, well obviously I met David through my Jake Zyrus Charisse audition, but I think it was 10 years after, like this was about 4 or 5 years ago, that David actually asked me then to become his musical director. So it just kind of connects.
Wow.
It's a weird thing.
Wait,
Grabe, ah.
let's go back to Ariana a bit. So when you applied actually as a pianist or keyboardist, so that's primarily what you needed to do, and then you got to make the chica with her and all, or did you have to play and say, wait, you're a genius? And I think you
Yes.
fit in more as a musical director of mine. Is that what happened?
No, I don't. I don't know if that's what happened, but I did the audition. She loved it, and the thing with me and Ariana, we love the same type of music. Like she loved David Foster, she loved Whitney, all the Celine and all the Broadway stuff. So I grew up on that with my sister. So I would be in rehearsal just playing like I Have Nothing or I Will Always Love You. And she's like, oh my God, I love that song. And I think we bonded through our mutual respect for like 90s music and love songs. So
Oh my
Wow.
God. Grabe. Oh,
another
damn,
picture.
look at that.
That was in New York. That's in New York.
That's
Right
in
there.
New York. Well, Ate Maurice Panlilio says, Troy, we met at the Mohegan Sun. I worked for the producer of Jake Cyrus show. Back then, she was still Cherise. Your sister was in the show, and my niece, Apple V, was the front. Oh, si Apple V.
Mohegan Sun. I remember that. Oh, that was a great show. That was
Oh,
a really
really?
fun.
Well, how many shows did you do so far?
Like shows in general.
In general, do you remember? Or
Oh my God, shows.
you can barely
Hundreds.
count, right?
Probably thousands. Yeah.
Oh,
it's been a-
what's your favorite? What's your favorite shows that you've done so far?
favorite show. It's a
Or
good
there's
question.
too many? Like just one favorite.
There, to be honest, there's a lot to mention. But if I could choose like one that at the top of my head that comes up now, I really the one show that I there's two. God. Okay.
One or two. Or two.
The first one is every musician's dream. I was able to play at the Grammys with Ariana. That was such an experience. It was so beautiful. It was just piano and strings, and she sang this beautiful song. And the second one would probably be David Foster and Friends. Like it was we did a special. I think it was 3 years ago now. It was my first musical directing gig, directing that show, and that's such an iconic show. You know, I grew up in college studying the David Foster and Friends. I'm sure everyone in the Philippines also loved, you know, when Charisse was on it. So it's such an iconic show, and to be able to musical direct his like the latest special was probably like one of the highlights of my entire career.
Imagine,
so great.
And what about a show that you hate the most? I'm sure there's
No, well, of course we're not going to ask you to name drop. Of course, just say the abbreviation.
Oh my God! Look at that.
Kilala agad yung pag sinabi mo, di ba?
Wag na, wag. But I'm sure there is, right? There's a couple, or there's one or two. Look at that.
Oh my God! There's like so many shows that I hated.
Is it because of the artists themselves, or because of something
the
a problem in the
production?
production?
Yes.
No.
Itigil na yung show para off the record. Kwenta mo na sa amin mamaya off the record. Let's start the show now.
After the show, over the glass to 2 after hours.
Oh
Exactly. Let's just pick up.
The tea, hunty.
I'm gonna call Troy. I'm gonna call Troy and be like, "Hey, Troy." Wait, no. Just kidding aside. Just in case, like, I'm sure you had, like every producers or musicians had those experience, right? Like, but how do you usually handle it? Do you snap, or do you try to like?
You know what? In the beginning, I will say, in the beginning stages of my career, when you're still trying to get your bearings with everything and you're new to the game, I was definitely a little more, I don't even know the word, I was a little more accepting or lenient with like, any BS or any, treatment that I would have got. Because, syempre, I don't want to be like, you're not going to treat me like this. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like,
yes.
Like, I didn't want to come off my yabang or like, so in the first 5 years of my career was very mellow with the gig, but I think now I just don't deal with that. There's no nicer way to put it. I think that I'm a very respectful person. I'm from Hawaii. I'm Filipino.
Yes.
So, us as a Filipino people, we're already so, accommodating, and we're known for our
Yes.
friendliness and our, family. So I'm going to treat you that way if I first meet you. But if you don't do the same, then honey,
you will hear me. You will hear my mouth.
I put people in their place before in terms of like that kind of stuff, but I've never, at least I think I'd never disrespect someone. I always just let them know like, hey, you're not going to do that. And let's move forward, because if not, bye-bye.
Like you're not, I'll take you out from my roster. I'm sorry. Right?
Yeah.
No job for you, honey.
Yeah, go to this high school musical production. Charot, go to
Oh my God, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God, it's true. But wait, what about when you first starting, right? So was there like an incident that, because you're Filipino, right? And like how do you say this? What's the right term for that? Like what's the right term for that? They would help me out.
I know what you're saying.
Prejudice.
Yeah.
Kind of like prejudice, because they're.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of those.
Especially when you're first starting.
Especially when I first started. Like now, people know that I work with certain people, so it's a lot easier, I will say. But when I first started and people don't know who I am, I've always, I've walked into studios and rehearsal rooms, and they're like, "Who's this brown boy?" And I even had I had a gig where, I won't name any names, but I even had a gig where someone was like, "What does a Chinese boy know about pop and R&B music?"
What?
Oh yeah, and there's someone that called me too ethnic when I was in the in the band, and they wanted me to grow this like obnoxious goatee, which I can't grow, and they wanted me to like grow my hair out to look more. I was in a rock band for
okay.
this was years ago. So yeah, I mean,
A rock band. Wow. Okay.
I've experienced a lot of different pushbacks when it comes to like getting my career. I've done a lot of crying in my car where I would go and kill the audition, and I know I killed it because I practiced it. And they would just they would make comments that had nothing to do with the music. Like, okay naman para sa akin kung like you didn't play that right. Like, okay, I can accept that. But when someone because that's just me having to practice. But when you're talking about like something that I can't control, like my skin or my heritage, then that becomes hurtful.
You should have said number one, I'm not Chinese.
Number two,
I love Chinese food, but I'm not. So you should have said that.
But yeah, you look what happened to you. You've proven them wrong. And I'm sure all of them are just like, damn, look at this. But how long did it take you climb the ladder? Was it like an overnight thing, or it took you like years and years and years?
It's like, I think it was a gradual thing. I think it just seems like forever. I've been working as a musician since I was a little kid. So, and professionally since I was 18. So, now that I'm in my 30s, it wasn't a fast thing. It was a very thank you, Min Carm. Sorry,
hi, Rasmin. Rasmin is here. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's a gradual thing. It's a gradual thing. I there was many years where I didn't have anything, and there was many years where I had to question. There was many years that I also wanted to quit music. So it's never. Especially for us musicians, I'm sure musicians watching can understand that it's never an easy journey, especially for Filipino musicians. Alam na this.
Alam na this.
Yes.
It's true. So it took you like a while, right? Like,
cute.
Look at that. But how did you learn how to play the piano? Is the piano the only instrument that you know, or damn, look at that.
Parang ano pa? Is this your
I
know, right?
Ano ba ito hip-hop stage mo nito? Hip-hop, R&B?
And look at that.
Yes.
So wait, how long did you studied playing piano since you were younger?
Yeah, I took class. I started classical training when I was 6, and I grew up in church also. So my mom would, make me go up there and play Hagretaw art and play for the mass and stuff. So.
Oh my God! If it's not for your mom, right? Because usually the parents are the one who pushes you. Hoy anak, magpiano ka, right? The Filipino.
And then repeating pala Jesse's question. Piano lang ba ang alam mo na instrument, or did you learn
other instruments?
Piano is the only instrument I know. I mean, that I will call myself like a player of, but I've dabbled in the bass a little bit, and guitar I tried, but I wouldn't call myself a guitarist or a bassist. So, but yeah, piano. To answer your question, yes, piano is the only instrument.
Piano. What about writing songs? Are you good in writing songs too?
Oh yes, I write songs. I wrote a couple songs that have for other artists, and it's fun. I love writing songs. Especially love songs.
Really? Wait, is there like any songs that like became a big hit?
No.
Not yet.
Actually,
coming.
It depends how you define big hit. I define big hit like Billboard and the charts. Like I've done songs that have gone viral for sure, like on social media. And on YouTube.
What's the difference? I'm curious. I'm dying to ask this. Like, what's the difference between like? You're right. Like, how do you define big hit?
It's a billboard.
Billboard or...
And then yung viral na millions then.
Billions and billions.
That doesn't count as a hit by viral?
I mean, I'm old school, so my goal is to get my song on like the Billboard 100. You know what I mean? Okay. With social media now, it's social media is such a powerful tool. As you know, I'm here with you guys over Glass.
Exactly, right?
There you go.
It's a very powerful tool. So. Yeah. I guess so. I have done songs then that were successful on social media. Yes.
Oh, okay. But was that? Oh, wait. Maui, is it Maui? Maui Nation is here. Hi, Maui Nation is here. What is that Maui Nation? Is that a group?
Does that mean Maui? Jan, is that Maui, Hawaii that you're talking about?
Maui Nation.
Or is it Maui Taylor, our guest tomorrow?
I was gonna say, is it the Molly Taylor fans? Hey, what's up, guys?
My God, well, Troya, growing up like as Filipino, I want to like talk about your younger days. You're as Filipinos. Was your family always are they inclined into music? Because usually Filipinos, diba, whenever there's a party or any gathering, there's always like, you know, karaoke, or our uncle is playing the guitar and the kids are forced to sing or declaim, or each family will have, my kids are better than your kids, something like that. So how was it growing up in Hawaii with Filipino parents?
Growing up in Hawaii with Filipino parents was fun, and my dad was a musician. He did like singing contests back home in the Philippines. So music was always a big part of our parties. Like we would do karaoke. They would, force me to play the piano while they sang. So music is always has always been a big part of me growing up.
Look at that!
Yeah,
that's your family.
Yes,
my
family.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Everybody got laid in there in that picture.
I know.
We
right?
all got laid, honey.
Exactly, right? Wait, have you been to the Philippines?
I've been to the Philippines many times. I love going back to the Philippines.
To the Philippines, right?
Yeah.
They said that Philippines and Hawaii has like a lot of things in common. Is it true? We haven't been to Hawaii. That's why.
That's
our
bucket
dream.
list.
That's
Yeah.
our bucket list. It's in a bucket
You
list.
should. In certain parts of Hawaii, it feels like Ilocos. Like I promise. Like
No.
the area that I grew up with. I grew up around. My grandfather is Ilocano, so I grew up around a lot of Ilocano people. We grew up with the culture. And there was, when I went back to the Philippines, I'm like, oh, this looks like, this looks like Kalihi down the street. So.
Oh, really?
Very similar. And I think it's because we grew up around Filipinos.
Yeah, where in Hawaii did you grow up?
It was a city called Kalihi.
Kalihi. Wait, Kalihi is in where? Like, because I know like there's Maui, the big.
Kalihi is in Oahu, in Honolulu.
Oh, wow, in Honolulu. Oh my God.
Capital, yeah.
Oh my God, I want to go to Hawaii. They said
You
it's
should.
a beautiful, beautiful place, right? To go to. Oh my God,
Beautiful.
so cute.
We're getting
you are so
younger and younger.
Yeah,
the time machine.
My
Your
God.
producer is digging deep in the fire.
Exactly,
honey.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Wait, what about how's your love life, by the way? Can you imagine?
Just inserted that question just like that.
Very like family, and they'd be like, "How's your love life, by the way?" Like,
Like
are you
it's
happily?
cool.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, love life is, it is what it is. I'm more focused on music. I'm in love with music. We'll leave it at that.
On music right now, right? Was there a chance that you had a big crush with one of the big stars or celebrities that you work with, and whenever you work, it'd be just like, oh my
no.
God,
Like, I don't know.
Nothing?
No. You would think people would ask me like, hey, have you ever no? Because I think I'm such a businessman in that sense, and my mom and dad really they're also businessmen and women, so they always embedded that in me. Like, you don't we can't.
You can. Yeah, you can.
You don't shit where you eat. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You don't shit in your backyard, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
In your backyard, you go in, you do professional work. So I'm rarely like prideful in a lot of stuff, but I'm prideful in the sense that I keep it real professional when it comes to my music.
I think it's better that way, no? Because
so
sometimes, like, if I don't know, if you'll start like, I don't know, like getting involved with the person that
music,
more than music, and then what if it's a big celebrity, right? And then the next thing you know, even if you will not have a chance.
That would also be a word of mouth traveling. That
exactly. Plus, you will not have a chance to work with that person again, just in case that person will not work out, right?
Yeah, and I've met people that have done that, and they're just no longer to be seen. So
there you go.
That's why I learned from my friends.
My
like,
God,
don't do
and
that.
so many scenes, right? But wait, let's talk about like what about the pandemic, your pandemic life, like when it
Yeah.
first started, like last year. So, do you have any gigs? Because you know what, we know a lot of celebrities, including like producers and musicians that since pandemic started, they don't have they don't have a job at all.
They had, of course, gone through the what do you call the mental thing, and of course also they tried to pivot into something else. How was
Exactly.
your experience?
At first, it was great because I was, constantly on the road for like I'd siguro mga 4 years. Like it was nonstop, so it was a nice break. And then after a month, I started to realize that, oh my God, like, you when you hear pandemic, you think like, oh, it's gonna pass. It's not gonna like, wala yun, like it's not gonna come. And then when things started shutting down and things started getting more real, that's when it started to get more sad. I had last year I had 3 major tours cancel. Their
Oh wow.
tour, one of which was David, and it was because of obviously the pandemic. So I was sad about it. I was sad about it not because I knew that I wasn't gonna work again, but because I didn't know where I was gonna get income from. You can't, no matter how, unless you're like making millions upon millions, a year without work is a big deal. So I really just had to like you said, Jake, has to just pivot, and I got more into producing, and then towards the end of last year is when one-offs. One-offs are like when you do like a corporate date or one show here and there.
True.
Those shows started coming back, so I started feeling a little better. And this year, there's been some one-offs. I went to Italy recently, so it's starting to open up again. But yeah, it was. I mean, sorry to answer your question. Last year was pretty freaking sad.
Right?
I dealt with a lot of just doubt. I was, a little bit of depression. If I'm going to be honest, it was just a sad time for musicians, especially for people in the arts. People are always going to need people in the medical field, and people in the U.S. are constantly suing each other. So lawyers are always going to be.
I know.
But like musicians, it's hard. It's really hard. Yeah.
My God, but at least hey, look at you now, right? Like a lot of projects, right? Left and right, right?
Oh, well,
And speaking of projects, by the way,
Yes,
this
I'm
includes-
sure you have, and let's claim it that it'll be like
and
more
more.
abundant.
This includes already projects with Pinoy celebrities in the Philippines, right?
Yes. I mean, I don't. What am I trying to say without revealing? I'm working. I don't know if anyone has been following, but I released an album last year that features Filipino music. So this year I'm releasing the second volume to it.
Oh wow!
Oh
Yes.
my God!
Yeah,
Galing. Wait, question like. Oh, I know that you work with a lot of Filipinos, right? With Filipino. Oh my God, look at
Yeah.
that!
Oh, there it is. That's the first album.
The roster, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, look at that!
And I can't
Dang.
wait for everyone that's listening for everyone. I mean, my first album was such a blessing, but the second album, wait till you see the songs and the roster and everybody. I'm very, very excited about it.
I'm sure. Well, is there like the Filipino artists, like aside from those art celebrities that Derek just showed on the screen, is there like others big celebrities that you want to have a collaboration with?
In the Philippines?
Like, in Filipino, Filipino wise, and then Hollywood as well.
In the Philippines, I would love, like we've done shows together, but I would love to collaborate in the studio with Tito Martin. I love him, and he's been, we've been talking about collaborating for a long time. So I'm putting it out there on this, on over a glass or two that me and Tito Martin will do something.
Yes, let's claim it.
And I would love to work with Lea Salonga. I think that she's one artist that I just... The reason why I love Lea Salonga so much, too, is because growing up in Hawaii, she was the only... Especially during the 90s, if you guys remember, like she was basically the only Filipino that was doing it. She won the Tony, and when my mom she grabbed me in my room, I was about like 8 years old or something. She was like, "Ay, Troy, there's a Filipino that won
the Tony." Yes,
the Tony. And it was big news. It was big news for me as a kid because growing up, all I saw on TV were black and white people. So when I saw Lea Salonga on there, I was like, oh my god.
And Troy, Lea's one of those artists with a crystal clear voice, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, she was like her voice is like perfection. Like I don't understand. She's an alien.
Wow, it's true. It's true.
Perfect.
And also, congratulations on the first volume with Nicole Scherzinger.
Are you kidding me,
It was a big hit.
Nicole?
Plus, it's viral as well because you know what? It's Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls. Suddenly, we know she's half Filipino, but singing Pangako.
Yeah.
With you on the helm, it's like, whoa. How was it working with her, with the song?
Working on first of all, working with Nicole Scherzinger, she's amazing. She's one of my favorite people in the world. She's so I said this in an interview before that she's very humble and she loves her culture. Like she's Hawaiian, Filipino, and white, and she always talks so beautifully about her culture. And then doing the Tagalog song, when I asked her, she was like, "Oh my God, like it's crazy because how timing works because she's been wanting to do a Tagalog song and obviously probably didn't know someone that could do it, and I just happened to be there at the right time at the right place. So I messaged her all nervously on the phone because when I messaged her to do Pangako, we've only been working for siguro mga 6 months, and ayoko naman maging feeling close, like
yeah.
Like yes. You want me to do what? You want me to do a record first of all, and then you want it to be in another language. So, sino ka ba? You know what I mean?
Okay.
I was really nervous about it. So
my
when
God,
she said yes, I jumped up and down with my sister, and we started to cry. And when she recorded it, we cried. And it was a really great experience.
Did you guys do it virtually, or we were able to go to her mega modern house?
No, she came to my mega modern small ass apartment. Can you imagine her you want me to record the song in Tagalog and in my house, ano ka na si Swerte?
I know, right?
Oh my God. But God, having Nicole Scherzinger in your house? What?
Are you kidding?
Oh my God.
We recorded it in my we're in a new place now, but the place that me and my sister were in last year, it was like a really tiny apartment that we spent our quarantine days in. And she came in, we drank wine and made a charcuterie board. We're like, oh, welcome to the Hilton de Laureta.
baka na umorder ka pa ng lumpia. Para kompleto na lumpia.
Adobo.
Diba?
Mistake ko, dapat Filipino food talaga. We should have brought Filipino food.
Para daman-daman na yung pagkanta ng Pangako, diba?
The vibe and the feel.
Yeah.
It's just all Filipino. And she's all, you know what I love about Nicole? Because she's so proud to be Filipino that you would feel the patriotism is there, right? Like she always tells everyone that I'm Filipino. Hey, that's my girl. I'm Pinay, right? Because not everyone are.
She's so proud to be Filipino. And the
God.
way when you meet Nicole, the way that she even talks about the Filipino culture, even with the knowledge, the limited knowledge that she has, the way that she speaks about her culture and the way that she speaks about, when she went back to the Philippines, it's just so beautiful. Like the way that she was just so excited. She was like, I've been wanting to give back to the Filipino community. They've supported me so much. And, obviously Pangako was such a big song, Regine Velasquez. So she was like, let's do this. Let's make it epic and let's make it beautiful for the culture. So.
Oh my God. What about Olivia Rodrigo? Do you have
sorry?
plans of Olivia Rodrigo?
Oh, Olivia Rodrigo. I love her. She has the song Driver's License. That's like my jam.
Do you have plans of collaborating with her?
I do. I just don't know who call me. Let me know.
Exactly. Oh my God. Because, wow. I'm sure if she finds out. Gary Valenciano. Have you tried Gary Valenciano?
I've worked with Tito Gary before.
Yeah?
Yeah, we did some stuff for X Factor back in the day. I love Tito Gary. Tito Gary's great. If when the time is right and everything is good, I would love to do a song with Tito Gary. He's one of the Philippine legends, and I love his song.
Exactly. But Troy, ano naman, we're always talking about about your life and other people's lives. What about you? Can we hear your beautiful song in OAGOT, in Overglass or two, please? Acapella. Even if it's just I don't know, a chorus.
But I wouldn't be surprised if your keyboard is ready there.
Right there.
And plugged.
Can we hear you sing a little bit, please? A sample, please. Even acapella.
God.
Anything that you like. Anything that makes you smile.
Producer.
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't song. Put me on the spot.
Anything that makes you smile or Black Nine. What the heck?
Glock 9.
Yes.
I love Glock 9. Shoot, what am I gonna sing? I don't know. You know what? I used to sing this song all the time on tour. Girl, I'm in love with you, but this ain't the honeymoon. We passed the infatuation phase. Right in the thick of love. At times we get sick of love. At times we get argue every day. That's it.
Nakakainis ka. Can
you please?
Yung goosebumps ko.
Wait, hold on. Can you please make sure? Can you finish it, please?
Ayan na.
It's not. I don't want the chorus anymore.
Hindi siya satisfied.
Please. Oh my God. Oh my God, Troy. Go.
Buuin mo daw.
Oh my God.
Ang ganda. Ang galing ng mga kulot. Oh my God.
Oh, okay, go, Troy, please.
The part that we're just ordinary people. We don't know which way to go, 'cause we're ordinary people, yeah. This time we'll take it slow. Take it slow. No. This time we'll take it slow.
Wow, yes.
Oh my God!
Oh my God, you guys
my
have such amazing singers on your thing. Please delete that, producer.
No. No, kailangan Troy, kung sa volume 3 mo, 'di ba, kung yung with the different artists, tapos insert in there sarili mo may song ka by si Troy Laureta, 'di ba?
You know what?
Yes.
I will say an exclusive for over a glass or two. On my second album, I am singing.
Yes!
So, abangan nyo
Oh my
yun.
God!
Kailangan talaga marinig yung voice na yan din.
Are you selling it? Let us know so we can post it and make sure that help you promote it. Are you kidding? That would be amazing.
I'm working with Star Music right now to we're solidifying a date, but I'm expecting to release this volume 2 in the within very soon, like sooner than you expect.
Ayan.
Grabe. Wait, how do you take care of your voice?
By
drinking wine all the
time.
Just kidding.
Lagok ng wine.
Oo, lagok lang. Okay, go.
When I used to sing more with my sister back in the day, like the typical stuff, salabat, pepakwa, throat coat tea, no dairy, vocal health. I sing a little bit more for church and for background sa mga records ko, so I should be taking care of my voice better. But yeah, for anyone that's listening, throat coat, pepakwa, and salabat, that's your best friend.
What are those two? The troko?
Troko. Yung pepakwa is just like this Chinese herbal medicine. It's like it comes in this jar. And then salabat is the
the ginger, which is I'm drinking right now for my throat. Okay.
Yes.
Oh my God. Kaya parang ganda. Parang sabi ko, oh my God, where the heck it came from, that voice?
Oo, diba?
My God.
Oh, after a glass of wine, honey, I don't know if this voice is working.
I can only imagine with you that voice. It matches so much with Ariana.
Exactly.
Nag-harmonize kayo, whatever.
Oh my God, I could imagine. Wow. Wait, you're going to Tofa? Are you going to Tofa this Thursday?
I am going to Tofa. I'm gonna be. I'm actually going with Big Zyrus to Tofa.
Oh really? Oh my God, because we're going there
We're
too.
gonna see you.
We're gonna meet you.
Oh my God.
We're gonna meet you finally. Oh my God.
I'm
Joy
excited.
Laureta. I hope like when we see you, you'll be like, we won't be like, who are you again? Just kidding.
Oh my God, girl! You know I'm not like that. Oh, you don't
I
have
know.
to.
Oh my God.
Maybe
not
in a
like
couple of
other-
years. Charot.
I'm not like other people.
Oh no. My God, you are funny.
No, it's
Joy.
gonna be super fun. I'm Tofa. Elton is one of my good friends, and we're
Thank
just
you,
so
Elton.
excited.
Yes.
I'm just really excited. I'm so honored to be. I'm going to be actually awarded something at TOFA, so it's very exciting for me. I think it's an honor, being able to represent my community in this way after being in the industry for a long time. Well, not a long time, but for the span of my career, I'm just very honored and very excited. Like I'm so proud to be Filipino, and I've said this in my interviews before that even with the releasing the album that I just did, I'm just so. It took me a while to really find the the moment to really just ibabandila ko yung heritage ko. I really love it, and I think that there was a time in my life where I wasn't proud to be Filipino, if I'm going to be honest. And this was a long time ago. And that was, going through different things in my life. But, now as an adult and 30 and being well into my career, I'm just so happy that I get to say that, I've done all this stuff and I'm Filipino. And I get to hopefully inspire someone there that has the dream. Because, music is not necessarily like the number one thing in our culture as a career choice, you know what I'm saying? So to be able to show my people and hopefully, another Troy Laureta or another Jake Zyrus that, hey, like you guys can do it. Like, I think that's like a blessing for me. So.
Oh my God. Ang galing mo. I mean, I'm sure, we won't be surprised if you'll be winning like, I don't know, Tony Awards or
the Grammys
or
is
the
that
Grammys.
also like one of the goals?
One of the
hell yeah, that's one of the goals.
You will.
I would die. If I won a Grammy, I would die happy, especially if it was for something Filipino related.
Oh my God, right? What about you never even tried Broadway? Like Broadway shows?
I played not like on Broadway in New York. I played in theater before, like back at home in Hawaii and back in here in LA. So, I'm theater kid, So.
Oh wow! Okay, so I'm assuming you're a really good actor. Theater,
No,
right?
I was playing the piano or like directing.
Oh, okay,
No,
not like.
no, I would not.
I mean, why not?
Hey, why not? Right? Like on Broadway, you can sing. Come on, you're a cutie. You can sing. Come on.
Thank you. I think that Broadway, depending on I'm not open to it, but I think in Broadway there's a specific type of voice. I don't think they would want me being like, what's a popular Broadway song? I wanna be popular. I don't think they would want like kulot sa mga songs nila.
Yung mga kulot-kulot, no?
You never know. Hamilton was radical.
Oh, Hamilton a
depende
little
kung
bit.
anong,
Kinky Boots, I think, a little bit.
Kung hip-hop and R&B tinge, di ba? Why not? Yeah.
Grabe.
Kinky Boots, I love. My friend is on Kinky Boots. I love that. I gotta go check it out. Is it still playing in New York?
No,
Not anymore. I hope they will.
Probably it will come back. Yeah.
I hope it will come back soon, right?
Todrick Hall.
Well, yes, Todrick. Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, is your friend?
Oh well, not a friend, but industry friend.
Industry friend. Yeah.
Pwede na yun. Yun na rin yun.
When it comes to
shady, no, Todrick is amazing.
okay. Wait, question. What about because you mentioned about the friends, right? So, I know it's a cutthroat industry, right? Like the producing anything that about Hollywood and
it could be cutthroat.
It could be cutthroat, right?
Yeah.
But do you have a lot of true friends that or some are just like, and if they're true friends, and if there's like bashers and haters, how do you deal with them? Because I'm sure there's a lot. Because I have a few friends who works in your industry, and they always say, Jesse, blah 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 blah. They always like talk about like their resentments and sentiments. So what about you? How do you deal with it?
It's funny that you asked me that question, guys, because I was just having this conversation with my group of friends, which is a very small circle, not too long ago. I was just saying that, it's really hard to, especially living in LA and stuff. And I know that sounds really cliche, like, we're living in Hollywood, but it really is hard to find genuine friends. And I do have a circle of friends that I keep very close to me. It's a very small circle. And we just tell each other everything. We trust each other, and we can cry, or if we, like run out of gas in the middle of Texas, they'll find a way to get there to give us money for the gas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for the haters, I try not to pay attention to that stuff anymore. There was a time, especially when my sister, for example, like, I think that's when we both decided, when my sister was on The Voice, and we would read the comments and all the shit that people would post.
Exactly, true.
And I think it was around that time where we decided that we wouldn't pay attention to that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, we're doing something that makes us happy, and we're not doing anything wrong for anybody, and we're doing something that everyone should be proud, especially our people. Doing something that is going to make Hawaii proud, Filipinos proud, and of us making it in the music industry.
True,
so I look more at that. Like, I want to make you guys like people in Manila proud, people like you guys in New York proud, all the Pinoys. I focus on that as of recent, and I don't really give a shit about, like, like, oh, someone doesn't like my music, or say that I look like Kim Jong-un or some shit like that.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, true. You know what? There's very few of them, seriously. And even in real life, like, there's very few people who would, like, say a lot of bad things about that person. But there's still more. Let's just look forward. Just look forward for those people
do our thing,
who trust
and do your
you
thing,
and love you, and and who adores you the most, right? So, wow, imagine that. Like, sister mo pala, it was in The Voice.
My sister was on The Voice season 2. She made it to the top 12.
Oh, yeah. What's her name?
Amazing singer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It runs in the family pala talaga,
Is it Chisa or Chessa? I remember it was Chessa. Eh.
Chessa,
yun. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Oh, si Chessa?
Yeah.
Chessa?
Yeah.
Oh. Talaga namang it runs in the family, right?
It does.
Grabe.
We've been doing music for all our lives. So
Ang sarap siguro mag-chill sa bahay nyo. Like, whenever there's like a family gathering. Right? Like, 'cause there's everyone are singing, everyone are like, how many
hindi naman agawan ng mic, diba?
Oo, hindi agawan ng mic, like, I'm gonna sing first.
Di naman, kasi I mean, like, the good thing about us is I'm not trying to sing no Whitney Houston song, so I ain't going down the mic over there, honey. Like, that's all you, girl. You know what I mean? But it's really fun. It's a house filled with music, and it's funny, like, if I'm gonna be real, it's funny because everyone always says, like, oh my god, it must be so fun at your house. It must be just me getting out of the shower and just being love, like, because it's a business for me and my sister. Of course, it's a passion, but I think people would be surprised. Like, a lot of it is like more arguing.
Aww.
in a business way, like, it's very business. It's not us like just breaking out into song.
People are thinking that your life is a musical from
exactly
right.
From morning to like the singing, and then just asking for cereals, you'll be singing like
like, pass me the milk, like, no.
My God. Alam mo, guys, sa totoo lang, we're supposed to have an interview with Troy. Like, we were so busy, like, around January, right? That's why I would like to say thank you to Elton Lugay. Thank you, Elton.
Thank you, Elton.
Kasi when I was shocked, I was like, oh my God, Troy? Laureta? I was like, oh, yes. I was idol. And I hope
we
when
were supposed to have this interview like a while ago, and
a while ago, but you were so busy. Yeah, you were so busy at that time, right? Like, you have a lot of things going on, but it's okay. Hey, perfect timing, because you know why? Because Tofa is like what, around the corner
next week.
It is around the corner.
It's like Thursday. So when are you flying here?
I'm gonna be in New York. We're gonna fly to New York, I think on the 5th. The 5th.
Oh, until when? Are you staying
We're
for a
there
long time?
until there until the 8th, and I think we're gonna be heading to the after party. I think I'm you guys. I'm so excited because hold on, I've worked with with artists before, but I effing love Jaya. Like,
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Jaya for me
Jaya.
was the first taste that I had growing up as a little kid. That that first taste of Filipino R&B. You know what I mean?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh
Like,
my God, Jaya is the best.
when Jaya came in with like, "Hey, girl," I was like, "Ooh, girl!" Like, I love
I know. Yeah. That,
Be like-
her
Anita
voice.
Baker sound. That
Yeah.
That
Oh
voice.
my God, that voice.
The
And
swag.
not
Oh
to
my
mention
God.
her mom, like y'all remember her
Oh my
mom?
God. Of course. And the mom.
We had an interview
Elizabeth
with
Ramsey.
Jaya.
Oh my
We
God.
had an interview with Jaya. It was oh my God, blast.
Oh,
Yeah.
is she as lovely as she appears to be?
Oh
Yes,
yes.
yes.
Oh
Very
my
grounded
God.
and humble. Yes,
Very
yes.
humble. Very humble. So that's why we're so excited to meet her.
I'm
My
really
God.
excited.
Oh my! I know you only have like I promised Troy for like an hour, right?
No,
Troy.
we're good. We're good.
We're good. We're good. So
Yes.
what? I mean, what about your other thing? Oh, you have a few minutes. We have a few minutes. Okay.
I like talking
good.
to you guys. You guys are like my therapy, so let's go, baby.
I know.
Yes.
No, seriously, right? Like talking is like a therapy, right?
It
Especially,
is.
do you believe on that? Like when you met someone, like you know right away that this bitch and I would click. Like I know that we're gonna, or this person, I know like this biatch we're gonna click. Like I know no BS or something, or
Yes.
this guy would, right? And sometimes there's people that you would meet and be like, nah. Nah.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, like I can't. This face doesn't lie. I mean, I try to keep it real. I'm never gonna disrespect anybody, obviously. But I think when you meet me, like right now, you kind of know if we click right away. Like I'm not one to be like, hello, like I keep it.
Like for showbiz, diba?
I'm not. I don't like that part of the showbiz. I turn it on when I have to, but I like to keep it real. If I like you, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna like compliment you and give love on you. If I don't like you, I'm not gonna disrespect you, but I'm not gonna pretend that I like you. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Which is good, no?
That's
So
how
when is your
we're
birth-
getting so
which is good.
real. People are gonna think like grabe si Troy naman ang he's so what is that word in Tagalog when people are not nice in
Suplado?
Suplado.
Oh,
Ah, suplado.
No,
Oh, suplado.
that's just natural and real. Yeah.
Oh, pero,
real.
no,
Yeah.
but it's it's better. It's better that way to be straightforward or something like that. Like instead of just like, I don't know. Do you hate those people? I'm sure a lot of in your industry, yung mga taong
Sometimes in this industry,
hug.
it couldn't be helped. Sometimes you have to be a little bit like that, or civil to a little bit of plasticity.
Hey,
or, right?
I miss
Surface
you.
a bit.
And then the bitch.
There's a way of doing the Hollywood thing. That sounds so awful because I don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
There's a way to do that, but I think when people are, especially in this, at least I would like to think like after this whole pandemic, that people are embracing like life is too short, so we don't have time for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So life is too short, so I want to
That's
just
my
be
mantra right now.
okay, like be with people that I love, that I genuinely like, and for for the rest of the people that don't click with me, it's okay. Like we don't have to, just because we don't click doesn't mean that that I don't like I hate you or anything. So it's just like keeping the people close because time is precious, and just enjoying it with the people that you genuinely love. I think that's the most important. Like what I've taken away from the pandemic.
It's true, right? Like, imagine, like, how long have we been locked down? Like 2 months, right? 3 months? Like, I feel like last year, I feel like I'm gonna go crazy, but you know what? It's true. Like, it was at the same time, it was a therapy for us. Like, to how do you say this? Like, I've learned a lot that you have to be patient and you have to be grateful. Being grateful, right? So what about you during that time? Like, did you start like cooking? Did you gain a lot of weight? Because I freaking gained like 20 pounds.
I don't see any plants in there. Did you become a plantito?
A plantito.
Girl,
Like,
did you see those photos on IG? Of course, I
Yes.
gained a little bit of weight. you know what? I love it. I don't really look at that. I mean, I did learn to cook. I cooked a lot during the pandemic. I learned to do stuff that I haven't been able to do. I read books now. Like who are you, Troy?
I can't do the reading of the book. I stop in the middle all the time when I read a
right.
book.
I stop at the first chapter, honey. Like it's not. But just doing things that I set out to do and put on my bucket list that I wasn't able to do, but now have the time to do. Like for example, like the album, for example, that I released last year, that was on my bucket list since I was 16. No lie. Like I wanted to make it. Yeah.
What?
So
wow.
to be able to do it now because of the pandemic, I think it's one of the blessings that I can say came out of such a bad time. So.
Ang galing naman. Last 16 and then why I know that because there was a pandemic, right? But what about those years? Like all those years that what were you doing? Like you were just like, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. You were just like procrastinating because you were so busy?
I was procrastinating and I was also very I was very doubtful because I'm trying to make it as blunt as possible. When I released my first album and when I wanted to release OPM music for people, I wanted it to be bonga. Like I didn't want it to be like, oh, that was cute. Like that's a nice. Like I really wanted it to be dope musicians, dope artists, like amazing production. I wanted to give it like yung A+ treatment, like the same treatment I would give Ariana or David. Like I wanted to give them like that. So I think after, throughout the years since I was 16, like there obviously, and also because of the pandemic, but there wasn't like a time where I felt like, oh, this is the time. I wanted, but last year everything stopped, and it gave me a time to reflect on everything in my career. I was so grateful, and I was like, grabe, Troy, like, you worked with so many different artists and so many people, and they're all dying to do music. And now is the time. It's the perfect excuse to do music. So when we did KAIBIGAN, I just called the best of the best. I called my favorite touring musicians. I called my favorite engineers. I called my obviously some of my favorite artists. Like I wanted it. I wanted to give OPM the Hollywood treatment. I wanted it to sound like, oh my God, it was recorded at Capitol Records or something.
At Hollywood Hills or something like that.
Yeah. And that's what it did for me, and I love it. OPM, that whole record, and now going into Volume 2 has really opened up like a different chapter in my life that's so unexpected. It's very unexpected because I was happy being a musical director, playing music for other people, and now being able to do this album and doing interviews with you guys. It's so weird for me because I'm usually in the back, like in the back making coffee for the artist, doing the interview for you guys. You know what I mean? So
really,
it's not an awe thing. It's just that I like to be behind the scenes. So, but if I can be in the forefront and represent my community, represent Pinoys around the world, and inspire somebody, then I love it. I'm all about it.
And Troy, speaking of OPM, and speaking of global, we have a lot of great OPM Tagalog and of course OPM English songs, right?
Yeah.
But I've been clamoring for that OPM singer to go global, to have a Billboard #1. What do you think we need for someone to be like a superstar, a Filipino to have a superstar status like Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande?
I always ask that, why? How come we don't have one yet?
It's just a very complex answer. You mean coming from the Philippines?
Yeah, coming from the
Philippines. Not an Olivia Rodrigo.
We have Olivia Rodrigo, who's half Pinoy, and then we're happy that she's #1 and all that in Disney. But
she grew
coming
up
from
here.
the Philippines, yes,
homegrown.
Do you want my? Oh God, this is such a complex answer. I don't want to say it.
Like Morissette, maybe, hopefully. Yes.
If I'm gonna be blunt, I think oh my God, maybe it's the one. Okay, the Philippines is a treasure trove. I've always said this, of so much talent, especially when it comes to, particularly, every Filipinos kill it at every freaking thing, but when it comes to singers, there's so many amazing fucking singers. Oh my God, sorry, amazing singers.
Oh, we always say it. We always say it here.
That's
It's
fine.
okay.
That's
No,
nothing.
it's no hold barred.
Amazing singers in the Philippines, and I think that when, as an industry, when we start putting more emphasis on the talent and
Yes.
rather than just the looks and whether or not, like this person can do X, Y, or Z and be in front of the camera and just aura without nothing. Like when we start to focus on talent and stories and people and authenticity, I think that's when we'll find our superstar. Like look at someone like a Charisse Pempenko, like a Jake Zyrus. Like she had done so much, singing competitions, went, obviously won a lot of them, but virtually went unnoticed by our community. But when she got here and did like Oprah and Ellen is when, oh my God, all of a sudden it's like such a big deal. It's like Pinoy pride. And the thing is, she didn't need to be on Oprah and Ellen to be Pinoy pride. That she was always there, singing at a random karaoke bar, honey, like singing like Whitney Houston and and what have you, like all those songs. So
Yes.
I think that when we start to appreciate things past the superficial parts of being an artist is when we'll find our superstar. There's so much talent in the Philippines. I've gone there many times, doing concerts, and we would always have these random opening acts, or I would go to the mall and I would see, like, it's funny because, people think it's like a one-time thing in the Philippines. Like, no, that happens every day. In terms of, like, for example, when I went to SM, I was looking for like a cell phone, or something, because I needed a cell phone, and there was a girl singing like Whitney Houston at a karaoke bar next door, you know what I mean, and killing it. She was like, parang American Idol, like ang peg. Like I was like, shoot,
Like, what? Oh,
and we don't like that. That doesn't happen in the U.S. I mean, we have amazing talent here, but you don't go to like a mall in Los
mall.
You
Angeles.
may have like, a
Sing.
plastic bag and then just put a coin in and just sing and then killing it.
And right, we don't have that, and I think that in a lot of ways, and this is not shade, I think that sometimes it becomes normalized, like stuff like that, and I think that once we begin to appreciate that again, is again when we'll find our superstar, because I think that a lot of singers and a lot of artists go really underappreciated and unnoticed because we're so focused on six packs or who has the skin, the color of my wall. Or you know what I mean? Sorry,
but it's true. We're just talking real. Yes.
Yeah. So I think once we find that and we give them the right songs and sorry,
it's also the right song. Yeah,
the right song.
Perfect
Your
timing,
boy
right?
Morissette is another one. It's so awesome to see a Cebuana Morena killing it and showing people like, yo, I can sing and
Exactly.
she's beautiful. So. Yeah, someone like a Morrison could totally.
It says here, Katrina Velarde and KZ Tandingan. Oh my God,
the
those
megastar belters. Oh my God.
Oh my God, I love Katrina. I worked with her before when she was in AKA Jam. I love KZ. She was in X Factor. Those two are amazing singers too, and it's really nice to see that. When me and my sister were trying to make it, there wasn't any social media, so it's nice to see that people are starting to appreciate singers like Katrina and singers like KZ online. With the reaction videos and all that. Yeah.
But who is it? Was it? Is it harder before to make it to the industry because there's no social media, or is it easy? How is it? Can you compare both?
Or is it harder now?
Is it
or
harder
easier
now, or it's easier now that there's social media involved? Because for me, my 2 cents is, before it was easier because it was easier / harder, but kind of like a little bit of harder because the only way that you can see or listen to one person is to to buy tickets or
radio,
buy the CD or the radio, listen to the radio. And now it's just like a one click. You can just people that has like 30 million followers has like, wow, she only sang like a little bit, 1, 2, or 3 songs. It's not that even good. And 40 million followers. And I'm like,
I know.
it's so easy right now
because of the theatrics and the gimmicks around it. Yeah.
There's so many talented right now that we don't even know. Like popular that became like a big hit that we don't even know. Like I was like, was it easier before or is it harder now?
Oh, girl, it was harder before. We didn't, I had a conversation with my sister. I was like, oh my God, if we had social media back in the day, like, it would have been so much easier, to promote your music. Like back in the day, to get your music out there, you have to spend money, or upload it to MySpace. Remember MySpace?
Oh my God,
like,
Friendster.
Yeah.
Yes.
But so like it was definitely it's so much easier. It's a blessing and a curse because now that you can spread your music, but then now everybody's in your business. They want to know who you
exactly
who you doing, who you dating, who you all
it's
of that.
so true, no? Grabe. And also, alam mo, just like what we Jake asked earlier, parang ang hirap sa Filipino, no? Like for example, for a Filipino to have like a Taylor Swift, like kinda. But they're always looking for looks talaga, no? Like you need either nga, like if I'm gonna ask you, like if you're gonna pick like one person in the Philippines who's gonna be like the next, let's say Beyonce, or the next big thing in the Hollywood
really
celebrity
global,
that would be in the mainstream that everyone knows. Who do you think would you pick?
Ooh.
Patay, ang dami. Ang dami.
If I had to pick one that I think that has like a potential to be with the right songs and the right treatment of everything, I think Inigo Pascual is a good one.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know that sounds surprising. You probably thought I was gonna name someone like that. Was like,
No, he's having a show on ABC, I think.
He is.
Yes,
Inigo
yes,
Pascual? Oh wow.
I think
I hope he'll make it.
Mad potential to be, a star. I mean,
I think you're
just-
counting everything, the talent and then the looks and everything, right?
the looks, the talent. If you're looking for someone that has all of it, like the looks, the talent, he can dance, he can sing.
Because we can't deny that's what it takes now.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
And for female singers, Morissette.
Yes.
Is an amazing fucking singer. Like,
I love her. Her latest
that-
EP is so global.
Amazing.
Global, it
Morissette,
globally sound. It's like, oh my, I can't. If you listen to it, you can determine if this is a Filipino sang it.
Exactly.
Because aside from the voice, the production as well.
It's
It's
so
really
true.
well made. Yeah.
Wait, what
Yeah.
about okay, go ahead.
Oh no! I was gonna say the production is amazing, and I know that my friend Sergio Ramos also helped produce it. He amazing guitar player. He went to school at Berkeley School of Music, and he's Filipino, and he's back in the Philippines now. So he's an amazing musician. Just a shout out, Sergio.
Hi Sergio. Wait, what about does age really matters? Because I have a couple of friends who tried it in the Philippines, but they're on their like 30s, like mid or late. Some are like even late 20s, and they they say like, old ka na eh. Sa Philippines yun, even here I even like send it to, let's say I have a couple of 2-3 friends before na, oh, do you know anyone? Oh yeah, I know from Sony Music. Okay, here, can you please I'll email the single. I mean, I love her voice, but how old is she? 38. Oh no. I mean, does age really matters?
Oh my God. I mean, honey, I'm in my 30s, and that is such bullshit. Like, you can make it absolutely. And age doesn't matter at all. Like,
Okay.
Talent matters. You know what I mean? At least for me. I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but like a message to anyone that's listening, like, we got to come back to talent and substance.
True.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be 20 something. Like, how awful would it, like, I remember being 18 and how I wasn't ready to do any of that stuff. So like if you're older, that doesn't mean you're older. It means you're seasoned. Like you're able to do stuff.
Exactly.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if your friends are over there wanting to become artistas at 30, honey, hell yeah, send them over to the Philippines. You never know.
It's true.
Especially, I think that's such an old school way of doing things. Like even as a musician, I've heard that like the musician age for LA used to be 18 to 25.
What?
Kung over 25 ka parang like only good for yung mga legendary artists, yung mga
Are you kidding me? Aray? At
No.
sakit naman.
Hindi ka na hip.
No.
Hindi ka na hip, basically. Pag
You're basically not hip. So when I hit and I heard about this rule when I was 30, so I was like, damn.
Oh my God.
Oh, damn.
I'm 5 years over the limit. So you know what I mean? Like age doesn't matter. I think nowadays, especially in this day and age, people are starting to appreciate. I don't think age is becoming like a factor to whether you make it or not these days. I mean, personally, I don't think so.
Oh, excuse
As
me.
long
hello,
as Madonna
the
is still fighting.
Are you kidding me?
Like still
Look at
dishing
Mama
out
Madonna.
albums.
Oh my God. Look at. Did you see her butt? Oh my God. Look at that butt. I swear. I was like.
She's a Kardashian now.
I was like,
oh my God.
what happened to a white chick with that big butt? What happened? I mean,
Well, she can do whatever
Madonna
she
is
wants.
still fly. She will always be fly. She's woke. She's
Yeah,
everything.
she can do whatever she wants.
I was like shocked. I was like, damn, she's killing it. She's killing it, right? So, see, if she can make it, right? She can still rock it, right?
Yes,
Even
that's what
like
that's what
In
I'm
her
saying.
60s, yes.
my
In her
God.
60s, J-Cat, is she in her 60s for real?
I think so. But
Yes.
don't feel that. Madonna, I love you.
No, it's in. You can Google it. You can Google it. I know she's on her 60s. Yeah, she's on her 60s.
Direct will Google it.
But come on, right? Like, it doesn't matter. You're right. It has to be the, what's that, a substance?
63 to be exact.
63. Look at that.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
well, like 7
Lola
years
is
ago,
rocking it.
She'll be 70, and she's still killing it, looking like she's, back in her teens. So, the age ain't nothing but a number. I think back in the day we used to put that that stigma na kung over a certain age ka, like useless.
Hindi na pwede.
You have to act like this. You can't wear this, diba?
Oh,
Yeah,
ganyan.
Yeah.
You can wear whatever the hell you want, honey. Like,
It's true. Like, ikaw, you're so lucky, no? Like, you're 30s right now, but you started working your ass off naman since you were younger. Diba? And look what happened to you. Diba?
and it's really nice, Jessie. Like, it's a blessing.
Blessing talaga, no? And then I feel like also you're naniniwala ka, I'm a firm believer. Like, if you have a good heart as well, if you have a good heart and you do like a lot of good deeds and helping others without even asking for anything in return, it will always come back to you. Right?
Tenfold. Yes.
Tenfold, right? And
Yeah.
I'm sure you've done a lot of good things in your life. That's why look at you. Look at that, all the blessings,
Reaping the
right?
fruits of your labor and success right now.
Grabe.
I think that's just the Filipino way, right? Like us as Filipinos, we always try to be good people and give back to our community and not just to Filipinos, but every time we meet somebody, it's almost like we can make whether they're white or black or Asia or Latino, like when they come over to the house, it's like your family. You know what I mean? I think that's just how we are as a people. So, I thank you for that. I attribute a lot of the good that is in me to my Filipino culture and my parents.
Oh, tsaka proud na proud kang Pinoy, no?
I really am. Yes, I probably
Diba?
said that. I'm proud like 10,000 times in this interviews.
Oo, di ba? Hindi, it's totoo. Ako na nafe-feel namin talaga na you're so proud and you're doing all these achievements that you have. You're for yourself and then to everyone.
Waving
it's
the
like,
flag
right?
proudly.
It's
Yes.
like your contribution to the Filipino community. Kaya mahal na mahal ka ng mga Filipinos, no?
Oh, I
My
love them.
God. Alam mo, I wish ma-meet ka ng cousin ko. My cousin, like, oh my God, he's a brilliant artist. Like, Darwin Hernandez, like, he wrote Torete.
Okay, he's a musician.
No, he's a producer also in the Philippines.
Producer, nice.
Superstar. You know that Torete, the song?
Yeah.
The song. Yeah, he wrote that. And then a lot of he handles a lot of bands in the Philippines. And then my other cousin is the lead guitar of Moonstar 88 and Kalalili. So they're Six Cycle Mind.
Yeah.
So they're like they love writing songs as well, because I feel like all of you will just jive, because you are brilliant in terms of your musicality.
Yes.
Grabe, no?
Thanks, guys. Oh, that's so sweet.
Ang sarap ng magaling sa may magandang boses, magaling kumanta. Wala ako. Ako cheerleader. Naghahawak lang ako ng pom-poms, tas gaganon ako. Yay! Pero what if may mga kasi there's a lot of people who want to, like, oh my God, Troy, I wanna be let's say a singer as well. I wanna be a producer like you. So what are they supposed to do? Can they come to you and be like, Troy, can you help me? Or
can you be my mentor,
Can you
Troy?
be my mentor,
Can
Troy?
anybody just do that?
Or no, like be like, excuse me, honey, I'm so busy. No, just kidding.
Oh my God, I'm never too busy to mentor, to guide or to mentor someone that is truly in it for the talented and in it for the right reasons. You know, I have had many people that approach me like, how do I get famous? I'm like, oh, no, honey, like, ain't nobody trying to get famous over here. Like, you know, if there's been producers and musicians that I've mentored in the past. I used to actually work at a music school, Musicians Institute in Los Angeles. So I love teaching people and teaching like young cats or anyone that's interested and doing it, again, talented and doing it for the right reasons. Like I love music too much for it to be a commodity. So if you're doing it because you love it and you want to create good music, like, yeah, of course, anybody can just message me, DM me, like, tell me your story. And I always, because I remember being that guy going to a studio and then being all like, oh my God, this is, I know that feeling and I remember that feeling. So I'm always down to help people.
It's true. It's true. You're just passing all those knowledge right, like throughout this year.
Paying it forward.
Paying it forward, like giving it back, right?
Yes.
My God, Troy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Troy, message mo to those people who's aspiring, like, like at least your message to them that, like, they're losing hope because they think like, hey, do I have to switch? Especially there's a pandemic too. Like, do I have to switch my career because nothing's going on? It's not lucrative anymore. I'm still living at my parents' basement, and I'm still asking for $5 every day from my mom. So should I quit this musician daydreaming? Ano ba?
Dream of mine, parang ganon.
Oo, parang ganon.
Yeah, you know what? To everyone that feels that way, I know that we're in a pandemic and things have been incredibly hard, and I know that we, joked about, like, being in that position where you are living with your parents and X, Y, and Z and feeling so sad about everything. I've been there. That's the thing. I think that's the message I want to give, is that you're not alone. I've been there as a musician. A lot of the things that you see, I've been very lucky and blessed to do a lot of the stuff that I do, but none of that came overnight. It was a lot of pain, a lot of sorrow, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubt, but also a love for music. So if you whatever you do, whether it's music or whether it's medicine or whatever, or anyone in the arts, if it's something that you love and that you're passionate about, I think that you just continue doing what you do. I always say to my sister when we talk about money, like, money comes and goes. You know what I'm saying? Money comes and goes all the time. Like, money, it's just paper at the end of the day. And when you lose focus because you're constantly worrying about money, I think that's when you start to fall out of love with whatever you are pursuing. And for anybody that is, for example, like a musician like me, I'm a Filipino musician, just continue your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. There's going to be times where you feel like, oh shit, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do this anymore. It's not worth it. You got your family telling you like, oh, I don't want to, you need to find a real job, or you need to do this and that. Like, you just do you, boo. You do what makes you happy. You don't, and then you continue to pray. You keep the faith. You trust in God's plan for you, and one day you'll get it. And that's worked for me thus far. Keeping my faith, working hard, and just having fun along the way, and not letting all those barriers keep you from achieving your dreams. So, yun lang. Cheers to that.
Salamat po.
Cheers
Oh my
tayo.
God.
Grabe. Ang ganda, very
Galing.
powerful words. I hope like we'll meet you when... Oh, MJ Racadio is here. Hi, MJ.
Oh, thank you po. Love Pangako. Thank you, sir.
Oh my God. Oh my, everybody loves
Oo,
oh
talaga.
my God, the Pangako. Like, so I hope like when when you get a chance, like you have time pa in New York, no? I hope like, we can have like a, I don't know, like a quick lunch with you. I know you're so busy.
Like a glass or two.
Pwedeng dinner.
A quick kiki over a glass or
Pwede
two.
ba? Pwede.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh,
Let's
it
do
would be
it.
an honor. Oh my God.
Yes.
Magpapapicture lang kami, tapos gaganunin ka namin parang Santo Niño. Ito yun lang.
parang ano, yung idol ng statwa, ganun lang.
Gaganunin ka lang namin. Uy, by the way, when the Paz is here, the RM of Sir Gary Valenciano.
Hi, Weng.
Hi, Weng. Hi,
Oh,
magising na.
hi! Oh my God, I haven't seen Wen in a long time.
Oh, you know Wena? Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I don't know if Wena remembers me, but
Of course. Are you kidding me? Of course she remembers you. Ano ka ba? Ay, siya nga nagsabi siya. Ma'am, si Troy pala, si Troy Laureta. And she said a lot of good things about you. My God. So kaya nga, pag nag-meet tayo, gagawin talaga kita, pahipo na.
I'll do it right back, girl. I'll be like,
Pahipo
we
naman.
need to have a drink or something when I get to New York. I'm very excited.
Please.
Yes.
Like just a few days away. Oh my God. I wish like, I'm gonna start drinking everything like the salabat and everything. So all this my
Para
throat
mawala na
will,
yung mga sakit-sakit sa katawan
oh
natin.
my God. So at least by that time I'll be like, come on, dude. It doesn't matter. If we came home at 4:30 last night, I don't care. Like I don't know. Let's go. Let's do this.
Actually, bitin nga ako kagabi.
I know. Sabi ko,
bitin kami. So, oh my God, we still need to drink. But we weren't able to buy more red wine, so it's closed na. The liquor store.
Oh,
And I was like, I know. And we were just like, this is the thing, Troy. I was like, because I wasn't really feeling well, but because I have to be there, so I'm like, you know what, F it, I started putting my makeup on, let's go. And it's still 4:30, and I'm just like, I can't anymore.
She was already snoring in the car.
And they're like this, Jesse, what happened to you? You can still stay up until 5, 6 a.m. And I'm like,
we were,
Jurek
and we were like, hey, so Jake, it's this party. Like, she was like, oh, I'll just stay in that kind of.
And I was like, it's almost fucking 6 o'clock.
Allergies was kicking in, so there you go.
I was like, it's almost fucking 6 o'clock. You still want to drink? They're like, I still want to drink.
I was like, last night, I can't believe you fucking got home at 5 o'clock. Are we teenagers?
We don't do this all the time.
Yeah.
Whenever we have a special guest like you, Tito Boy Abunda will be here.
As well, yes.
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't wait to see Tito Boy.
Oh my God. I hope now na tayo lang Tito Boy, let's have like dinner or something. Oh, maingay ito. It's gonna be so. Oh my God. I can picture now how. Oh my God. Even probably the people in the restaurant will be like, shh.
I know, right? Scare people. They're gonna be like,
ingay nyo. Magpatulog na kayo. Buwisit mo.
Yes. Thank you very much. Oh, Troy, anything to plug?
Anything to plug? Anything to plug?
Yes. I don't have a date yet, but it's going to be very soon, within the month. I have volume 2. I will be sharing more details on that. Please follow me on Troy Laureta at IG or Facebook, on Twitter. And for anyone in New York, I'm going to be at the TOFA Awards next week. So I'll see you guys there. I'm very excited. And there's going to be more music coming out. So, stay tuned, and, it's going to be great. More OPM.
Are you kidding me? You have no clue how, oh God, talagang mga balak mo kami dito. We are so proud of you and it's an honor to have you. Thank you so much, Elton. Thank you for saying yes. Thank you for giving this opportunity. And can you believe, makakasama pa namin, mahihipo ko pa siya ng
Yan talaga.
in person.
Alam mo yung, kailangan i-ready mo na yung hanky mo, kailangan itupi mo ng square, lagay mo na papangutan, gano'n mo sa kanya. Gano'n yung ginagawa na matatanda, di ba? Ng mga lola ko.
Santo Niño, para mahawaan po ako ng swerte. Para El Shaddai.
Tsaka magpapaano na ako. Tama si El Shaddai. Ano yung sa bote. Nilaga ako na itlog din. Papahawak ko rin sa'yo yung pang-swerte rin yun. Ano ba yan? Lahat na lang ng mga ritual. Superstitious rituals.
Oh my God. Yeah, Troy, we had so much fun. We had so much fun.
Yes. And of course.
By the way, when I said, sabi niya, I do. Sabi niya, naalala ka raw niya, of course. Sabi ni MJ. Yeah, MJ was like, he worked with Ariana Grande during early career kasi nga gustong-gusto daw niya yung performance mo, lalo na yung Pangako. Galing talaga. Yun. Okay, Jake, ask your last question. Okay,
yes. Meron pala akong last question.
Yes.
Kala mo tapos na, ha?
Last question niya. Favorite niya yan.
Ito, kakatapos lang din ng Miss Universe Philippines. Bagay na bagay yung tanong ko. Alright. Mr. Troy Laureta, if you were given a chance to travel back in time and talk to your younger self, what are you going to tell him?
I would say, hey, baby, things are very uncertain right now, but continue doing what you're doing and continue to be you. And one day, the world will love and appreciate you for being you. So,
oh my God.
Love it.
I love it. Na-interview ka na ba ni Tito Boy?
I have.
Ka na niya? Right?
Yeah.
Tama, na-interview ka na nga.
On YouTube, so I love it.
Oh my God. Siyempre, hindi pwedeng. Hindi pwedeng hindi to eh. God, talagang the Troy Laureta has to be interviewed by the D-Boy Abunda, di ba?
Yes.
Oh God. Thank you so much, Troy. My God. So we'll see you in like what? Next week na.
Thursday next week.
Thursday. Yes. A week na. My God, excited na ako makita. Hindi na ako kakain talaga para pumayat na ako.
I need to buy a suit tomorrow. Oh my God.
Ang hirap magpapayat. Diyos ko, Lord. Bahala na si Batman.
Yes.
No? Hirap, no, Troy?
Yes, I have to not eat anything the day before so I don't look like
I know.
Ako din ito. Pag may mga bilog ang mga pes, ako din, ganyan ako.
I totally understand. Diyos ko. Troy, basta pagdating doon, talagang ako mag-approach sa'yo. Troy, do you still remember? Mas hawak ko ni hanky ko.
Of course. No. Start running, Troy. I'll give you a head start.
Be like, Troy, hi. Ito na, ilalagay ko na to forever sa aking pitaka. Pitaka talaga. Oh my God. Thank you again. Thank you. Okay, Jake, let's close our show for tonight. Go.
Thank you po mga ka-OAGOT for tuning in to this a very fun episode. Don't forget to share this amongst your friends as well. And also to follow us here in Over a Glass or Two in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And also subscribe to our Over a Glass or Two YouTube channel. Mr. Troy Laureta, our idol.
Yes.
Thank you very much for hanging up with us at nakipagkulitin ka sa amin ngayong gabi. Let's have our last toast for the night.
Yes.
Mga ka-OAGOT and Troy, amidst the pandemic, let's still find ways to be happy. Let's all talk about it.
Over a glass or two. Cheers.
See you next week. We love you, Troy. Bye.
Get your mind and body rejuvenated with Monarch Montage, Skin Science and Medical Aesthetics, located in New York and Manila, bringing health and beauty wherever you go. From a simple Botox to a fat-reducing and muscle mass-gaining M-Skull. For more information about their quality services and locations, call or text 917-633-7710 or email at monarchmontage@gmail.com. Monarch Montage, the beauty and health continuum.